What up, shit? Timu's here. Now, with the new Orphan film out now, which is, of course, Orphan First Kill, which I'll be doing my review here in a bit, I decided to go ahead and go back and talk about the first Orphan from 2009. I don't know when this thing got released. It blew my mind of how good this thing was. Because I always do love good, creepy kid movies, whether it's The Bad Seed, whether it's The Good Son, Children of the Corn. I mean, who just doesn't love creepy kids in movies? Or, Pet Cemetery's a good one. There's some really decent ones out there. And so, of course, Orphan came out. To me, I literally call it like this. It's like the movie Problem Child if Problem Child was a horror film. That's what I get with Orphan. It's like Problem Child meets The Bad Siege in a weird way. And, of course, it starred Isabel Furman, who, of course, is in the new one. And she was in the first Hunger Games movie. Here, she sorry about that. Of course, she plays this a young girl named this young girl who is go by the name of Esther, and where Vera Farmiga, who plays Kate, is like very devastated by the loss of her unborn baby. So Kate and her husband John, played by Pierre Sarsgaard, decides to adopt a child at this orphanage, and both of us feel drawn to Esther, and which of course they named her, but that's obviously not her name. And she pretty much poses as their daughter here, and soon the couple takes Esther home. But dangerous series of events also unfold as Kate begins to suspect some of the evils lurking behind Esther's creepiness here and her strange behavior. I mean, Isabel Furman, she was I believe, over 12 at the time. She, of course, was directed by John Collet-Serra, who directed The House of Wax remake. He also will later go on to direct Liam Neeson movies like Non-Stop, the film I was an extra for, Run or Night. Of course, I technically pretty much worked with him because I was an extra on Run or Night. I actually met him in person, believe it or not, so there's that too. Top it off, he's also the director of the upcoming Black Adam movie, so there's that too. Anyway, and yeah, of course, you had CCH Pound that was also in this. Jimmy Bennett also popped up here. Of course, that same year, he ended up playing young Captain Kirk in the Star Trek reboot on that same year. So, interesting year for Jimmy Bennett there. Anyway, yeah, this thing was, I guess you could say it is a little bit of slasher because Esther does, kill people here. But man, the twist, I don't know if I should spoil it because I don't know how many people haven't seen it. But a bit of a spoiler. I've not seen Orphan by now. Stop this, go back and watch it. But the movie's been out since 2009, so I'm sure there's probably still some people who've seen it. But there are probably people who haven't, you never know. So, a bit of a spoiler. And, of course, the first Orphan, it does turn out that she's not really a little girl, that she's a grown woman in her 30s posing as a child, which I remember seeing that twist. I was like, great, that's like an M. Night Shyamalan level twist. I literally kept wondering if this movie was directed by M. Night Shyamalan at times. But yeah, I mean, this is a really terrific film. One of my favorite horror movies that year. It's so creepy, terrifying. This movie is the reason why I do not even want to adopt kids because you never know who the heck you're gonna be adopting, But yeah, this is a really interesting film. Very pretty bloody at times. Very creepy. The writing is great. I mean, if you guys have not really seen the first Orphan, not sure where you can find it nowadays. You can probably find it on Paramount Plus, obviously, Prime Video, Apple TV, Vudu. Go watch it. It is a really good one. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen the 2009 Orphan movie? If so, what's up? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Henry Sire.